Welcome to Swallow Web Application SWAPP. In this video, which will be the part 5 of delivery function, we'll cover how to manage ready to ship functionality. First, let's go to the details of delivery function. There, the ready to ship button is available in two places. First is inside the delivery node tab, then inside the details of a selected delivery node. In this case, for the selected delivery node, we don't have any pallets reserved. So to mark a particular a delivery node as ready to ship, first let's reserve the required pallets. For that, let's go to the pick to delivery function. Let's take this delivery node. 10 quantities required, nothing is reserved so far. Let's try to reserve 20. This is a standard pallet, so we don't have any transfer pallets. Now, when you come back to delivery function and go to the details, right now, you can do this ready to ship function from two places. Now let's go into the details of a delivery node and do that. So we have the delivery node, 20 quantities reserved. As you can see, the needed quantity was 10 and we had reserved 20. So before you mark a particular delivery node as ready to ship, there are certain preconditions. The first is that needed pallets has to be reserved, that we have done. There should not be any dangling transport pallets or small boxes. In this case, it is standard pallet, so that condition is not valid and we have reserved the required quantity. So there is quantity. Then all labels should be printed. If the labels are not printed, you can initiate the print. All delivery notes has to be printed. As you can see here, in this case, the delivery note button is not active. So in order to make it active, if this particular delivery note, in this case, if the delivery note handling option for the swap parameter is the first option, that is only print, then having a shipment is a mandatory step. In this case, it is a first option, so we don't have a shipment attached. Let's attach a shipment for this delivery note. So once that is done, the delivery note button becomes active. Let's print the delivery note. So it is in progress. That warning message comes on top. And now if you go back to this delivery note list page, there the printing of delivery note now shows in hourglass. So once the printing process is completed, this automatically changes. If the batch job is running in background, it will be automatically happening. Let's initiate the batch job here for the time being. Once the process is done, automatically that warning goes and you can see it is marked as printed for delivery note. So all the preconditions required for our delivery note to be marked as ready to ship is now completed. If you just update this page, you can see that the ready to ship button now becomes active. So before we move on to ready to ship, you can see that in this particular page, the delivery date is editable. You can modify the shipment number. We have a delete option available for this pallet. And once you mark it as ready to ship, that particular delivery node becomes in read only mode. You cannot see the delete button, it becomes hidden. The checkbox is marked as ready to ship, indicate that this particular delivery node is marked as ready to ship. The shipment number still, you can still go into the details, but you can't modify that. Then the delivery field also becomes non-editable. But you can modify this delivery date going into the details of the attached shipment. There, this date is editable. So if you modify it here, whatever changes you do for a shipment date, it gets cascaded to all the delivery notes attached to it. So if you go back here and update, the date gets modified. So that is possible through the shipment details page. Apart from that, It is totally in read-only mode. And if you go back to pick to delivery, you can see that the selected delivery note is now hidden from this list. If some other user was already working on that, then he will no longer be able to reserve pallets for that delivery note because it becomes read-only mode. Once you mark a particular shipment, particular delivery note as ready to ship, the other changes that happens is that you will no longer be able to modify any data. It will be in read-only mode. The delivery date becomes no longer possible to edit, but you can modify through the shipment page. Then you will no longer be able to add or remove transport pallets or move small boxes between the transport pallets within that delivery note. But you can still print, label, and delivery note. That will be possible. These are the changes that will happen. And in order to mark a particular delivery note for shipment, all this process up to ready to ship has to be completed. Then only you can go on to the details of shipment. Those information will be covered in the next video. So after you mark a particular delivery note as ready to ship, it is always possible to undo the process. And one important change is that, which we missed to explain previously, the required quantity was 10, but once you mark it as ready to ship, whatever be the quantity on delivery note gets copied to the needed quantity. Previously it was 10. Once you mark it as ready to ship, the quantity changes to the quantity inside delivery note. So once you unmark or redo the process of delivery note, you can always do that. Just click on this ready to ship button once again. We get a warning message. You can continue with yes. So this ready to ship checkbox is now gone. The date becomes editable. You can modify the shipment number or whatever thing. If you want to reserve more pallets for this delivery note, that can also be done. This delivery note now comes back in this list. So if you want to reserve more pallets, it can be done. The only thing that doesn't change is that whatever quantity on delivery note gets copied to the needed quantity, that won't be possible to redo the original quantity. It will always be the quantity on delivery note. Apart from that, all changes can be done. And again, you can do the process of marking this delivery note as ready to ship and then move on for printing the shipment. So this is the process of how you do ready to ship functionality inside SWAPP. Hope it is clear to you all. Thank you for watching.